Hi everybody, I'm here today with my son Chico,
I'm blessed to be able to be here today with you all. Thank you for having me.
and today we're closing our series called Red Flags, Respect, and Relationships. In it, we've been talking about navigating relationships in a way that honors God, others, and ourselves. That includes the red flags that we want to notice and avoid. See, here at Hope, we think talking about dating, relationships, and all that stuff that comes with it is too important just to skip over. It's too big of a deal not to start talking about it in a safe place like this one, with safe people who care about you and want what's best for you.
Of course, knowing what's best for any of us when it comes to dating relationships isn't easy. Like, what is even dating? We all have different ideas of what the word even means. If you're like me, your idea of it's best for you when it comes to dating and relationships probably came from the stuff you see around you.
The couple you see on TV, your favorite TV show, whatever, or even the picture perfect influencer couples that you guys follow online. But here's the thing, all that stuff gives us these ideas of dating and relationships that seem too good to be true. And here's the thing, they are. Sometimes they're filled with a lot more red flags than respect. Even though we all may know this is true, I think so many of us still probably struggle to let go of our picture perfect ideas of what dating can actually be. Let's see what you think the picture perfect relationship should be all about. Since it takes two people to make a relationship work, shouldn't we be focusing on both people? Shouldn't we be asking ourselves what we can bring to the table too?
A couple thousand years ago, a guy named Paul wrote a letter to a church of Christians in Corinth. Now look, Paul's life has been completely changed by Jesus. So much that he started sharing the message of Jesus with all people over the world. In that first letter to the Corinthians, Paul included a couple thoughts that I think can help us, specifically when it comes to dating and relationships. Check it out. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice in injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up, never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. 1 Corinthians 13, 4-7.
So Paul listed what God says love looks like. Patient, kind, faithful, hopeful, and lasting. It's not rude or prideful, it doesn't keep score, and it doesn't give up. When we think about that kind of love, isn't it exactly what we want in any relationship? But if we're honest, don't we usually think about that type of love Paul mentioned as being about the other person in our relationship? We want the other person to be patient, we want them to be kind, we want them to be faithful, and we hope they don't brag or act prideful, and we want them not to give up.
To be clear, that's not bad at all. God wants us to look for these types of characteristics in any relationship, from friendships all the way to dating, relationships, but we shouldn't leave it there. We need to stop and look at ourselves. We need to consider if we're that kind of person as well. Am I patient? Am I kind? Am I faithful? Do I brag? Do I get jealous? Do I always want to get my own way?
When it comes to relationships, what we bring to the table matters too. Being honest about that is part of moving towards becoming a person God made us to be. A person who is patient, kind, faithful, hopeful, and all the other things Paul mentioned. Here's what I want you to remember today. When it comes to dating, God cares about us demonstrating love before looking for love. Start there. Instead of putting all your effort and energy into finding the person you want to be with, focus on becoming the person you want to be first.
God cares about us demonstrating love before looking for love. And the reality is that God has given us all the power we need to become the type of people God wants us to be. So instead of using dating as a way to look for the right person or the pictured perfect relationship, let's focus on developing the characteristics of love that Paul listed for us. Let's focus on demonstrating love before looking for love. And here's how. Red flags, identify them. Relationships aren't perfect, and neither are you. A great place to start in becoming the person you hope to be is by being honest about where you need help. Use Paul's list to help you identify characteristics that you lack.
And respect. Focus on one quality. Start the process of becoming the person God wants you to be by picking one of the characteristics on Paul's list to develop in yourself. Maybe you could use more patience, or you'd like to be quicker to forgive. What if you started by focusing on just one characteristic in yourself that you want to grow? It's a great way to not only respect yourself, but also respect the person God wants you to be.
Relationships, Practice what you pick. Who you are becoming affects who you are in your relationships. So focus your energy on becoming more of who you want to be by practicing on the characteristics you pick to work on. If you have a tendency to being rude to those you love, practice on giving compliments to them. Instead of holding a grudge, practice bringing up and talking through something that hurts your feelings.
It would probably be a lot easier if those simple picture-perfect relationships you see on TV actually did exist. Unfortunately, developing a real relationship with a real love takes a lot of real work. Demonstrating love before looking for love. Keep that in mind as you navigate your friendships and dating relationships now and in the future. All right, you guys.
See
it's
you
great
all next week.
That's right. Hey, if you like what you heard today, man, hit that like button and then hit that subscribe button so you get this every week. And if you like what you heard today, share it with your friends, man. We love to get out there. And if you're in here on Sunday mornings, come in, stop by, man. We love to talk about Jesus with you. And also Wednesday nights, we're here from 6 to 8 p.m. where we're doing, just having fun, and we're learning about Jesus that night also. So, hey, man, it was great having Chico with me today. So you guys come back. We'll see you next week.